Well, here's my maquette for my Tower of Babel. And so what I did was I cut out a triangle plan that will go together like this. And I started making the lines, and dumb me, see if this was black. And this was black, etc. on the way up. You put it together, you glue it together. Let's say I did this and I glued it all together and got it ready to go, and then this edge doesn't work because the black turns into white. And I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. I did not want that. So what I did was I turned it over, and I realized I had to make the angle rise up faster. So what I did was I did this and made this side, and this side goes to the bottom. So this is the side that this has to match, this black thing has to match up with that black thing, the next one up. So this is exactly what I did, and all the way through is I just decided to use fuzzy math to make it work. And it does work, works perfectly fine. So let's just work on this one here. This goes up, and this goes up, but it has to meet with that one. So this edge and that edge, they meet roughly here. So anyway, that's how it's going to work. And so what I'll do is I'll essentially cut 3 pieces of cardboard that will represent each one of these here, and they will be as exact as I can make them. I'll get out my protractor and I'll get out my ruler and I'll cut them. So they will be the 3 basic shapes are going to be measured, because I do want them to more or less fit. Where these things end up, these are going to be more eyeballed, because the whole thing, I want it to have a sort of clumsiness to it that is what the rest of this entire series of art is about. When I make things that are too realistic, I don't like what happens, and I kick myself for doing that. So anyway, this is the maquette. Now I may decide that there are too many levels here. I may truncate this a bit, just because I do want you to see that it is spiraling up. And if there's too many stripes, you're not going to see that as obvious. You'll see it at the bottom, but you really won't notice it here. So I want to make sure it's noticeable that it's going uphill. And I think that's the plan. Another thing, this is the last day that I can be working down here in the gallery and making a mess. My neighbor is making masks over there, and I'm making my stuff over here, which includes all of those things back there that are, some are done, some are not done. And it also includes another show that's happening at the same time as this construction destruction show is a show called Pandemic, which we're all dealing with right now. And part of dealing with a pandemic is to deal with art, to explain what we're dealing with and to escape what we're seeing around us, and to just live another day without slitting one's wrists or whatever we're doing. So I went out looking for garbage today, and these are things that are going to be making the black and white bits are over here. The things that are going to be making the people are over here. This has a slight bluish color to it, which I may see. I can see that it's blue here, so I can't use that as the black background. I can use black, and this kind of black. This is shinier than that, and I've got glossy black. I want the blacks to be all different, and the white, I have white and off-white and shiny white and not shiny white. So I don't mind having that part can be different. That's okay in my world, but I think the blue will not work. And I can see that that's blue through my camera. I can't see it looking through my regular eyeballs. So another thing I'm making for the pandemic show are here's the Hoarder family. These are made of boxes that contained rolls of toilet paper for the most part. Some were brawny towels, the quicker picker upper, but most were toilet paper. So this was brawny, and this was Scott tissues, and this was brawny again. This was puffs. So there's the P of the puff, and those are the F's of the puff that turn into the mouth. This was Charmin. Charmin didn't have much of a labeling on it, so there's only the C there. It's Charmin Essentials, so it's this kid with hair parted in the middle. And this guy was Brawny was one. This was another B. What's the quicker picker upper? What's that one? It's not Brawny. Brawny was this one. Bold Bounce. What's it called? The quicker picker upper. Bounty. And here's the puffs. All of my garbage is sorted. So this is part of the puffs. Scott tissue. I've thrown a lot of the stuff away that I don't need, but I think it was Bounty. Bounty, yes. Brawny and Bounty. So Bounty made two masks. We have see the top are the eyebrows. The bottom is the mouth. These little things were representing the towelettes, the pattern of the towels. These represent the pattern of the towel. Brawny. Charmin, puffs, Scott, and Bounty again. Bounty again. And what I wanted to do when I go to the grocery store, Target or wherever, and I walk down the toilet paper aisle, which one does every once in a while, has to walk down the toilet paper aisle, I see people in the checkout line in front of me, and their shopping cart is 3/4 of it. 1/4 is foodstuffs, and 3/4 of it are toilet paper. And I think to myself, what is wrong with your digestive system that amount of food will end up with that amount of waste product? Well, of course, people don't buy all that toilet paper to clean up all of that food. That's not part of the deal, but I have instant visualization. The person in front of me with all that toilet paper, I think, my God, all they must do is just shit. So anyway, and of course with the pandemic, everyone hoarded, or many people went to the store and bought all of the toilet paper that they will need for the rest of their life if they live to be 150. So that people, other people who have the same needs, will do without. So these are the hoarders. Now I know that, yes, I know that, you know, when I used to drink and I bought the big bottle of gin, I didn't drink all the gin all in one sitting. I bought it so I didn't have to go to the liquor store so much. So the idea of buying toilet paper 3 times a year rather than once every week or once every month or once every whatever is understandable. But I went with the idea that in my universe, the person that buys the pack that has 24 rolls or whatever, 78 rolls of toilet paper must spend almost all of their life pinching loaves. So all of these people are representing sort of in pinch mode, and they all look sort of constipated, like they're not really happy doing what they do. Their eyes are clenched, their teeth are clenched, they're frowning, they're angry. They need more prunes in their diet, those hoarders, the hoarder family. So, in your comments below, you can let me know what mental hospital I should check into. And if you smiled, at any of the things I said in my videos, I'll see you there. Bye.